Hey YouTube people, hope you're doing great today. I was going to talk to you about a couple things here. I've been experimenting with something I've actually had for about 15 years, but I never really used it much. It's my Pignose amp. And I'll attach a sloppy jam that I did to the back of this video. I really like this Pignose amp. I've had it probably for about 15 years. I haven't used it that much though, which might seem strange. I just got this Boss ME80 and I plugged in the Pignose with the Boss pedal rack and it sounds fantastic. So I have used it before, but I think having some reverb and a few effects just really opens up the sound. So I'm going to start using it more. So anyway, this is really cool. And the other thing that's cool is with my Boss ME80 plus the Pignose running on battery power, in theory I can play anywhere, which I've never had that ability to do before. So I'm kind of excited about not being plugged into the cord all the time. I'm going to talk to you about 3 CDs that I really enjoy of 3 different genres. One, I guess you could say blues, vintage rock. One would be considered a gospel or praise CD. And the other one, I guess you could call neo-psychedelic, kind of 60s throwback music. So first I'll talk about Robin Trower. I saw Robin Trower about a year ago at a local casino, and actually the ticket's hanging on my wall there. Legendary British guitar player, played with Procol Harum, well known for Bridge of Sighs. This is one of his newer releases. It's called Coming Closer to the Day, and I would say it's closest to blues, though it does have some rock in there as well. I don't think it's as good as Bridge of Sighs. There's a couple of songs I really like on here. One of them's called Don't Ever Change. And what I really like about it, it's just the style of guitar that you just don't hear much anymore. He's not trying to play 100 notes a minute, but his bends and his vibrato are amazing. Plus the way he uses the amplifier, I love it. So some good blues on here as well. He does do his own singing. His singing's not bad. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the guy from Dire Straits. His singing's pretty good. Not quite as good as when he had that singer with Robin Trower in the mid-'70s. It's not comparable to his classic work, but still very interesting nonetheless. Next, I'll talk to you about an album called Jeremy Camp, The Answer. I listen to a lot of blues, as you already know. Blues actually is an outgrowth from gospel music, so I need to counter my blues with some positive music and some faith. I am a believer in God. So, if you're looking for something uplifting, there's a lot of interesting music on here, some synthesizer based. A couple songs near the end do have some nice guitar work in them, and also have kind of an old school, almost countryish feel that I really like. And also the words are extremely positive. And like I said, I need to counter my blues with some positive music. So Jeremy Camp's one of my favorite gospel praise artists. And then last but not least, the Brian Jonestown Massacre. I've been listening to this in the car. And this particular album is called Bravery, Repetition, and Noise. The Jeremy Camp album is called The Answer. This here, I hear a strong Beatles influence. I also hear like an early 60s Rolling Stones influence. And what I really like about his stuff, well actually it's a band, but there's one guy, Antone Newcombe I think is his name. He's the driver behind the band. It's just a reminder of the simplicity of some fuzz tone on a guitar and some simple but clever riffs, how good that can sound. Sometimes I think we forget that. So it's just kind of throwback music, but it's music that they don't really make anymore. So out of the 3 CDs, these are both kind of throwback CDs for people. Maybe you like rock and roll, but there just isn't much good rock and roll anymore. And then some music of faith to, offset your blues. These are 3 CDs that I really like. So I'm kind of rambling here. And then I'm going to let you see this. This I actually recorded in my garage. So it's my first garage jam in the new house. A little bit power chord heavy. You know, whenever I'm kind of fooling around with stuff and trying to make a riff real quick, sometimes I fall back on power chords. But I think I am going to start using the Pignose more. I'm out.